Some games aren't just good, they age like gold. They're fun, memorable, and still hit hard no matter when you play them. This is 20 amazing games that are pure gold, games that prove real quality never fades.
You can stop right there.
Ada, who are you? What are you doing here?
My faithful disciple will show her the path.
Ashley, run!
Black Myth Wukong feels like one of those games where 5 minutes in and you already know it's special. It pulls inspiration from Journey to the West, but the way it presents that world feels fresh, dark, and surprisingly grounded. The environments are dense and detailed, from ancient forests to ruined temples, and everything feels alive. Combat is the real star here. It's fast, deliberate, and very skill-based. You're constantly switching between aggressive attacks, precise dodges, staff combos, and magical abilities that completely change how fights flow. Enemies hit hard, bosses hit even harder, and every encounter pushes you to learn patterns instead of just button mashing. Black Myth Wukong isn't just visually impressive, it's confident in its gameplay and its identity. It's the kind of game that proves why action RPGs still hit so hard when they're done right. Stray is one of those games that feels simple on the surface, but somehow sticks with you way longer than you expect. You play as a lost cat in a neon-lit cyberpunk city, and yeah, that already sounds cool, but it's the vibe that really sells it. Gameplay is calm, immersive, and very intentional. You're not here to fight everything. Instead, you explore tight alleyways, rooftops, and forgotten places, solving light puzzles and using cat-like movement to navigate the world. What makes Stray special is the atmosphere. The city feels lonely, quiet, and alive at the same time. Stray isn't trying to be huge or loud. It's short, focused, and confident in what it wants to be. A memorable journey that proves a game doesn't need constant combat to feel meaningful. Sometimes, just exploring the world as a cat is more than enough. Dead Space Remake is how you bring a classic back the right way. It keeps the soul of the original, but everything feels sharper, darker, and more intense. From the moment you step onto the USG Ishimura, the tension is already there. Quiet hallways, distant noises, and that feeling that something is always watching you. The combat is brutal and methodical. You're not spraying bullets mindlessly. You're aiming for limbs, managing limited ammo, and making every shot count. Enemies don't go down easy, and panic can get you killed fast. The remake makes fights feel heavier and more visceral, with improved physics and feedback that really sell the horror. Dead Space Remake isn't just nostalgia. It's proof that survival horror still hits hardest when fear, design, and restraint come together perfectly. Horizon Forbidden West takes everything that worked before and pushes it way further. The world is bigger and more alive, with stunning landscapes that range from deserts and jungles to underwater ruins and massive cities. Every area feels handcrafted and worth exploring. Combat is where the game really shines. Fighting machines is strategic and satisfying. You're not just shooting, you're targeting weak points, setting traps, and adapting on the fly. Each machine feels like a puzzle, and battles reward smart positioning and preparation more than brute force. Human combat is smoother too, with better melee flow and more options to mix things up. Horizon Forbidden West is polished, confident, and immersive. The kind of game where you start playing just for a bit and suddenly realize hours are gone. It's a full adventure that proves open-world games can still feel fresh when done right.
That the strength to stand alone. There's the strength to make a stand. To serve a purpose greater than myself. And for the good of all. I carry those words with me on the hunt, no matter where it takes me. And now, I'll carry them with me.
It Takes Two is one of those games that instantly reminds you why co-op can be so special. From the start, it's clear this game is built around one idea: two players working together, not just playing side by side. Gameplay is constantly changing. One moment you're platforming, the next you're solving puzzles, then suddenly you're in a boss fight that feels totally different from anything before. Each player gets unique abilities in every level, so communication actually matters. You can't carry the game alone. You have to sync up, plan moves, and trust each other. It Takes Two isn't about skill flexing or grinding. It's about shared moments, laughs, and that feeling when a plan finally works because both players nailed it. If you want a game that's genuinely fun to play with someone else, this one's pure gold.
Is that our old vacuum cleaner?
This would never have happened if you hadn't broken it.
You promised to fix me! Now you will both die!
Man, what happened to my greenhouse?
Terrible.
That is what happens when you abandon your passion. It gets infected.
Wait a minute. You used my chessboard to build your toy castle.
Yeah, so what? You never use it anymore?
Because I don't have the time.
But now you can control time.
Stellar Blade is a game that immediately grabs you with style, but what keeps you playing is the combat. It's fast, sharp, and very skill-focused. Every fight pushes you to time your dodges, parries, and counterattacks perfectly. Button mashing won't save you here. Precision actually matters. Combat feels clean and impactful. You chain combos, react to enemy patterns, and punish openings with satisfying finishers. Boss fights are a big highlight too. They're aggressive, flashy, and demand full attention, turning every encounter into a real test of reflexes and patience. Visually, the game is sleek and polished. Animations are smooth, character movement feels responsive, and every hit carries weight. Stellar Blade is the kind of game that rewards focus and mastery. If you like stylish action, challenging combat, and games that respect your skill, this one definitely earns its spot. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales is a sequel that does everything right. It builds on the foundation of the original, but it feels fresh, unique powers, story, and energy. You're still swinging through New York, but this time it's a new Spider-Man with a whole new set of moves. The combat feels faster and more fluid. His combat style is a mix of raw power and finesse, letting you deliver quick, electric-powered punches or vanish and strike from the shadows. Plus, the Venom Punch and Camouflage give the game more variety in how you approach fights, making it feel like you've got a more dynamic toolkit. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales isn't just a cash grab or a side story, it's a worthy addition to the Spider-Man franchise. And in many ways, it's the most fun Spider-Man game out there. If you loved the first game, Miles' Adventure is a must-play.
Easier? Some of it, yeah. Some things never get easier, though. The city's falling apart. I have to find some way to stop Dr. Octavius and the villains before this gets worse.
Show's over, Lee.
You look tired, Parker.
Why did I let this happen?
You're not alone anymore, Pete.
What do you owe the city, huh?
I don't get to pick and choose when I'm Spider-Man.
Give up on this, young blood.
My neighborhood. You can do this. Miles, you can do this. Hey, come on. I've never known you to give up. Okay, Pete. Yes, I got this.
Returnal is a game that hits you fast and doesn't let go. You play as Celine, stuck on an alien planet in a loop where every death sends you back to the start, and that loop is the heartbeat of the experience. The world itself feels mysterious and hostile. Environments change, creatures feel unpredictable, and even the quiet moments keep you on edge. Combat feels intense and precise. You're constantly moving, dodging, and shooting, and every fight rewards quick reactions and smart choices. Enemies come from all sides, and you've got to use your weapons and abilities dynamically to stay alive. There's no hiding. Every encounter puts your skills to the test. Returnal isn't easy, but it doesn't try to be. It's a game that makes you earn every win and turns every run into a story about momentum and mastery.
That can't be here.
A Plague Tale: Requiem takes everything from the first game and pushes it way further, both emotionally and mechanically. You're back with Amicia and Hugo, still trying to survive in a world that feels brutally unfair. And yeah, it hits hard. The environments are stunning but dangerous. From ruined cities to open landscapes, every location feels alive and hostile. Combat feels more desperate and grounded. Amicia isn't a warrior, so every fight is about improvisation. You're mixing stealth, tools, and timing, deciding when to hide, when to run, and when you absolutely have to fight back. It's tense, slow, and stressful in the best way. What really stands out is the storytelling. The bond between Amicia and Hugo feels raw and real, and every choice carries emotional weight. This isn't just a game you play, it's a journey you feel all the way through.
But everything was so nice and quiet, and so I told him that maybe it was over. Come on, come. Hugo, he doesn't deserve this.
I'm sorry, Amicia. His mind is extinguished.
I'm sorry for... well, everything.
Lies of P is one of those games that instantly grabs attention with its dark, twisted world and challenging combat. Inspired by the story of Pinocchio, it flips the tale into something sinister and atmospheric, where every choice and encounter can feel tense. The world is a masterpiece of design. Gothic streets, haunting interiors, and creepy machinery all add to the oppressive yet captivating atmosphere. Combat is strategic and precise. You're not just mashing buttons. Dodging, timing attacks, and learning enemy patterns are essential. Weapons and upgrades let you experiment with different styles, but mistakes are punished hard, making every fight feel earned. Lies of P isn't just about beating enemies, it's about surviving, adapting, and mastering a world that constantly keeps you on edge. It's dark, stylish, and intensely satisfying for anyone who loves action RPGs with bite. Alan Wake 2 is a game that immediately pulls you in with tension, atmosphere, and mystery. Stepping back into Alan's world feels both familiar and darker. The stakes are higher, and the night is more dangerous than ever. Exploration and storytelling are equally strong. Environments feel alive, from eerie forests to abandoned towns, and every corner hides clues, lore, or a sudden scare. The combat blends light and shadow perfectly. Alan isn't just shooting, he's using light as a weapon, fending off enemies that lurk in the darkness. Each encounter keeps you on edge, forcing you to manage ammo, aim carefully, and think strategically instead of just spraying bullets. Alan Wake 2 isn't just a sequel, it's a masterclass in psychological horror and storytelling, combining suspense, action, and mystery into a package that keeps players hooked from start to finish.
Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us.
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead. There's something I'm forgetting. Something important. Something's not right!
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
Lord of the Fallen is a game that immediately signals challenge and dark fantasy. From the moment you step into its oppressive world, you know every enemy encounter is going to test your skill and patience. The world itself is atmospheric and grim, with sprawling dungeons, ruined castles, and haunting environments that make exploration feel tense and rewarding. Combat is methodical and punishing. Timing, positioning, and understanding enemy patterns are key. Reckless attacks get you punished fast. You have a mix of melee, magic, and ranged options, letting you adapt to each fight, but nothing comes easy. Every boss and mini-boss is a lesson in patience and strategy. Lord of the Fallen isn't for casual players. It's for anyone who loves deliberate, challenging combat wrapped in a dark, immersive world. It's tough, satisfying, and rewarding when you finally overcome its obstacles.
Paths through shadow. I will walk them with you, wherever they may lead, no matter the cost.
It's a
Father, forgive me.
Demon's Souls is the game that defined a generation of challenging action RPGs, and its remake brings that intensity to a whole new level. From the first step into Boletaria, you feel the weight of every choice and the danger lurking around every corner. The world is dark and atmospheric. Combat is precise and punishing. Timing, positioning, and stamina management are critical. One wrong move can mean death. Each enemy encounter feels deliberate, forcing you to observe, learn patterns, and strike with intent. Boss fights are legendary for their difficulty and creativity, rewarding patience and skill. Demon's Souls isn't just a game, it's a test of skill, strategy, and perseverance. It's brutal, beautiful, and incredibly satisfying when you finally overcome its challenges.
I shall await thy return, Slayer of Demons.
Cyberpunk 2077 drops you straight into Night City, a huge futuristic world that feels alive. You play as V, a mercenary navigating streets full of gangs, tech, and danger, where every choice you make can actually change how things play out. Exploration is rewarding. Night City has districts, side quests, hidden secrets, and characters that feel real. Combat is flexible. You can go stealth, hack enemies, or go full-on with guns and cyber abilities. Every fight feels different depending on your approach, and upgrading your skills lets you adapt to your preferred playstyle: sniper, hacker, or hybrid. With its patches and updates, Cyberpunk 2077 now delivers a solid, immersive experience. If you like open-world RPGs with freedom, deep customization, and a city that never stops surprising you, this one's definitely worth checking out.
Facing, staring it down. Johnny, I got you.
Pressure's tanking.
It's neurogenic shock. He's dying.
V, you in there?
My head.
So what now?
Now, you find out what it is you need to do. A thing of beauty, I know. You've never backed down from anything in your life, even when you maybe should have.
Resident Evil 4 Remake brings the classic horror action with modern visuals and smoother gameplay while keeping the tension and pacing fans loved. You play as Leon S. Kennedy, sent on a mission to rescue the president's daughter, navigating creepy villages, dark forests, and heavily guarded compounds. Combat is tight and tactical. You're managing ammo, aiming carefully, and deciding when to fight or retreat. Every enemy encounter feels deliberate, and the upgraded controls and animations make shooting, melee, and dodging feel responsive and satisfying. Resident Evil 4 Remake keeps the original's intensity, but adds polish, modern mechanics, and a more cinematic feel. For anyone who loves survival horror with action and a gripping atmosphere, this one delivers.
Someone? Maybe. Some missing señorita?
Ashley, where are you?
Your soul requires cleansing.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
You're here looking for someone? Maybe. Some missing señorita?
Christ!
Death Stranding Director's Cut expands on the original game with new missions, tools, and quality-of-life improvements, while keeping the unique, contemplative world Kojima created. You play as Sam Porter Bridges, delivering cargo across a fractured America and connecting isolated cities in a story that's as emotional as it is strange. Gameplay mixes traversal, strategy, and occasional combat. Carrying cargo isn't just walking. You plan routes, balance weight, avoid hazards, and navigate difficult terrain. Encounters with enemies are tense but sparse, emphasizing planning and timing rather than constant action. Death Stranding Director's Cut isn't for everyone, but for players who enjoy unique, story-driven experiences that mix strategy, exploration, and emotional storytelling, it's a one-of-a-kind journey. Hogwarts Legacy drops you into the wizarding world like never before. You play as a student at Hogwarts in the 1800s, attending classes, learning spells, and uncovering secrets of a magical world full of mystery and danger. Exploration is a major part of the experience. From the castles to Forbidden Forest, the world feels alive and magical surprises. Combat is dynamic and engaging. You can cast spells, brew potions, and use magical artifacts to handle enemies or obstacles. Each duel or encounter encourages strategy, which spell to use, when to dodge, and how to combine abilities for maximum effect. Hogwarts Legacy isn't just about nostalgia. It's about fully living in a magical world with freedom to shape your adventure. Whether casting spells, exploring, or uncovering secrets, it's a solid experience for any fan of magic and RPGs.
Cadabra!
Your legacy begins now.
God of War Ragnarök continues Kratos and Atreus' journey in a rich, Norse-inspired world. You explore diverse realms, each packed with secrets, puzzles, and lore that make the world feel alive. Combat is tight and strategic. Kratos' Leviathan axe and Blades of Chaos let you chain attacks, parry, and dodge, while Atreus adds range support that can turn the tide of battle. Enemies are varied, and boss fights demand timing, planning, and skill. The story blends action with emotion. Themes of family, fate, and consequences run deep, giving weight to each encounter and decision. Side quests and hidden areas enhance immersion, making exploration feel meaningful. God of War Ragnarök balances cinematic storytelling with gameplay depth, delivering a satisfying, challenging, and fully immersive experience.
Who's keeping you safe?
I do not need you to protect me.
Sure about that?
Pretender God! For the old father!
Death can have me when it earns me.
What do you even know of God's word? In your lifetimes, has anyone ever worshipped?
Elden Ring is an open-world action RPG that combines freedom, challenge, and a deep storyline into one complete experience. You explore the lands between, a vast world full of secrets, dungeons, and formidable enemies, where every corner could hide danger. or treasure. The world is massive and interconnected, with hidden areas and optional challenges that deepen the lore. Combat is strategic and flexible. You can choose from melee, ranged, or magic builds, mix weapons, and learn enemy patterns to survive. Bosses are tough and memorable, rewarding patience and clever use of your skills rather than just button mashing. Elden Ring isn't about hand-holding. It's about discovering, adapting, and mastering a world that pushes you at every turn. For players who love open-world RPGs with depth, freedom, and satisfying combat, it's a standout experience.
Well, a lowly tarnished, playing as a lord. I command thee now!
Brandish the Elden Ring.
The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt is a game that stands out even years after its release. You step into the shoes of Geralt of Rivia, a skilled monster hunter traveling through a massive open world full of villages, forest, swamp, and castle. Everywhere you go, there are stories, side quests, and characters that make the world feel alive. Combat is strategic and engaging. You mix swords, magic signs, and potions to handle enemies. Timing, positioning, and knowing your foe's weaknesses are key. Reckless attacks get punished, while careful planning pays off. Boss fights and human opponents alike demand focus, making every encounter satisfying. The Witcher 3 blends storytelling, combat, and exploration perfectly, making it a timeless adventure and a true gem in any gamer's collection.
You might be a killer for hire,
Witches?
but you decide what kind of man you are.
Gonna say who you are? Or do I need to loosen your tongue with me knife?
Indulge your human side.
How about I buy everybody around?
Bottoms up!
Or choose the path of a ruthless outcast, adhering to your own brand of justice.
Go away, or I'll kill you.
And watch the world burn. Whoever you are, in the Northern Realms you'll find what you're looking for. Whether it's horse racing, getting drunk, following your heart, or just satisfying your passion. Playing cards, brawling, discovering places of power, hunting treasure, or joining in ancient rituals. Forge your own adventure in the most realistic fantasy of our times. Welcome to The Witcher Wild Hunt.